Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to our crazy farming simulator series. 22,000 litres of milk we had in there, which is not too shabby actually. It is very slow loading, so if we're going to keep this lorry, and I actually really like the idea of having this lorry and also the trailer that goes with it. I think it's going to be a really cool combination. So if we're doing that, I mean, I can get into there without any trouble, I think. But this one over here is definitely going to need a road that goes all the way through, because otherwise it's just not going to work. But I want the whole thing to go a little bit faster. So I'm unsure at the moment as to whether or not I'm actually going to do that. It seems like a cool idea on the face of it, but whether or not it actually is remains to be seen. So we're on 250,000 euros right now. We've got our milk being processed, and I've said right from the beginning that I cannot sell anything direct, possibly even eggs when we get as far as producing eggs. I have to process it by one step at least. So milk does need to be turned into cheese or something else. We won't turn milk into butter to sell it. It will just be to go to other areas, because selling it is barely... it's not profitable most of the time. I think actually butter is like one of the least profitable things that you can do. I think you actually lose money on it compared to just doing milk. Something else that is... that will cost you money is pigs, unless you're playing on hard mode, and I don't actually remember what mode we're on. Although I don't want to do, regardless of that, I don't want to do pigs, so it doesn't really make any difference. We are on hard difficulty, just to make a little bit of a challenge, but the massive scale of things that we're doing, I don't think that, yeah, that's why I chose hard difficulty. I remember now. I did actually do that for a very specific reason. So we want, over here, to plough up this field, join that bit in with this bit. So we'll just have a look, and I want to go into the main map. I'm over here. Right, I do have needs ploughing around the edge of this field, so we will just get going and plough all of that up. Drop that one down. And I'll bring it back up this way, and then we will allow the create fields, and I will very carefully try and use this plough to create the field a little bit bigger than it is right now, because, well, this will end up being grass, I think. Like, the shape of the field, I think it's going to be better suited to being a grass field, but we'll do an arable crop in here this year. So we've got a whole load of shrubs and bushes here in the corner, which those are going to irritate me. They are absolutely going to irritate me, those shrubs there in that corner. Not all of them, but these they really do bug me. Like, you would not believe how much. Well, you probably would, because you watch my videos. And I do bellyache about that sort of thing. So let's do that, and then come back here and remove these like this, and then I'll go back to this one, and I'll go in a little bit tighter to the edge right there, because there is a little bit more, and I got rid of those shrubs that are hanging right over into the field, which is a bit that I really don't like. And there we go, we've gotten rid of some of that. Beautiful. And then we can carry on up this way. So this is where I'm going to need to be a bit more careful with this, because I want to have the edge of the field, but I don't want it to, like, disappear off into the distance in a really ridiculous fashion. So if I bring you up here, and then I allow create fields, we can see how far out it goes. So I can bring this one here, where it's going in a line. It's going to go in across here, like this. And I'll bring that line in there. take out those shrubs. And we'll keep that line neat and tidy here. Probably going a little bit tight to that riverbank. Not that it matters a huge amount, I don't think. So I go there like that. Now, I'll bring this one round and do this little section right here. There isn't anything over there that I want to worry about. I just need to do this bit of corner here. And again, we've got a whole load of excess shrubs here that I don't really want. Right, that's going to be fine just there. And I will go into this mode. Like this. And I'll come over here. And you can see, like, the edge of this field here is a little bit different. So if I just go with the plants and I go with that one, you can put this over and it doesn't actually remove any of the field. So all I need to do is just kind of like push this back out a little bit like that. And that'll get rid of those shrubs that are in the corner because I don't want them like that. Don't like it. And then when we come over and we plow that bit, it will change it round a bit. So I'm quite happy with that. That can go out there. And we'll also get rid of that one. Okay, those are all looking good. And then there's that one there. And a couple right here like this. The rest of that can stay as it is, I think. Okay, that's all looking good. Then we will whiz on down through here. And we've got one last little bit to do to make the edge of this field, which is joining this bit up. I want to bring that in around this way like this. Slowly does it. Let's not rush this. It's a work of art, this is. Don't rush art. Okay, I've just turned off the allow create fields. Just a second. I need to turn it back on again because we've got one more little bit to do. Is it snowing? It's snowing. Look at that. Right. Up and around there and fill in that bit. Right, I've turned off the allow create fields and there's one bit up here. I'm going to plow everything because I think it's got needs plowing on most of it. So I'll go over here and we'll go around these bits of grass that I've just gone and done. There, see? And it plows them all the way back. And a lot of that is plowed all the way back as well. There's a bit there that got missed. Now, why did that get missed? Why did you get missed? Oh. For some reason, that's not creating a field. It's not actually a field. So if I go, I've got to allow create fields. That bit is not a field. There we go. Now it's a field. I've just turned off the allow create field bit. And we can go whizzing up through here. So I'm hoping there's nothing over the other side of that hedge that's going to cause us any problems. We'll go around the outside here like this. We've got another tractor up the top that was doing some work, but he has now stopped. So we'll go and check on him in a minute. I want to finish this job first. And once this job is, well, I'm just going to do around the outside edge here, and then I've just got the inside bits to do, which is going to be quick. We'll go and check on the other tractor first, I think. The only thing I'm a bit concerned about is whether or not I've gone too close over there. There's a bit over there. I want to go like this, and then we bring this one over. We come down here, we go to landscaping, we go back to the plants, and there. And right, there's shrubs that go right up through this bit, and I can't get rid of them. I can get rid of that one, but there's a few shrubs there that are going to be problematic potentially. Let's not worry about them for a minute. I do, however, want to go and check on this guy. How have you gotten on? Right, there's a little bit of tidy up that we want to do. And I was also going to make this into one field, so I've got more field connectivity work to do. And I'm very aware that I've done a lot of that, so I kind of need to just hurry up and get that bit done. So let me finish this. I'll finish up the ploughing, and I'll open up these fields a bit. One thing I really do like about ploughing is when you get to do this, and that is plough in the shrubs. It's one of my favorite features of the game that has been added. Because you never used to be able to add, you never used to be able to plow in shrubs. That was like a thing that you just could never do that. That was never a thing. And then one day they added it, and that was in the Estancia Pacho expansion in, I think it was FS17, something like that. But yeah, that was my favorite feature of all time that was added into the game, was the ability to be able to do this with the shrubs, and I have loved it ever since. So when you're plowing along and you just get to plow in the shrubs as well, I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I've cut the trees and the hedgerows down so that I'm turning this into just one field up through here. I'm just going to go along and plow in the lines and make sure that the edges are how I want them, and then the hired help is going to carry on plowing this field while I'm going to go back and carry on with that bit down there, and I'll get all of that done as well. We got a double gateway down here. I've seen one of these before. Let's see if it actually works. There we go. That one closes. Have you got a... Oh yeah, you've got to close them individually. So we go over to that one and we close that one, and I'm guessing we'll have an animation for the bar over the top. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to keep that one, at least for now. And this one, I'm just doing a bit along the edge so that I can then leave the hired help. It would probably be quicker if I went and got the other plow and did this, but I kind of like the idea of leaving this one chugging along, just doing a bit of work while I'm elsewhere. I don't know why I have bothered keeping that other plow running when I've got this, because this is so much gloriously faster. Plus we can drift. And there is nothing finer than drifting in the snow with a plough in the ground on a fine February afternoon. It is the sport of gentlemen and kings. At least that's what I'm assuming is the sport of gentlemen and kings. I know not what a gentleman looks like, nor what a king looks like, except for on the TV, and we all know that that is just heavily photoshopped. So I have no idea what kings and gentlemen do in their pastime. I'm only assuming that they drift with ploughs going at ridiculous speeds in the February snow. However, I do know one thing, and I have told you to do this before, and I will tell you again, because I know that some of you did go and have a look, and you gave positive noises on the internet about it. Go and look up speed ploughing. Right, this is what we're doing right here. They may not necessarily have the width on their plows that we've got on this one, but trust me, you will not. If this is the kind of thing that you like to watch anyway, I'm assuming you do because you're here watching my crazy series. So go and have a look at speed ploughing. It is quite literally my crazy series in real life. It is absolutely amazing. I love it. There is nothing finer than watching a bit of speed ploughing. It is the one thing that I would actually like to go and do that could potentially destroy thousands of pounds worth of machinery. It just looks like so much fun, though. Like, seriously, go and have a look. Speed ploughing. It looks phenomenal. So much fun. It really does. It genuinely looks like it would be amazingly awesome to be able to give it a go. I'm kind of thinking out here in this field, to change the subject ever so slightly, that we should plant potatoes, because we're going to need quite a few different crops, and we've got a few different crop fields, and we're going to need to do a little touch more ploughing before the season is finished with the planting and that. But sure, we're doing the planting tomorrow. I'm going to try and plant as much as we can tomorrow, and so that means that we're going to need to sort of decide what we want to plant and where. Now, grass is going to be planted mostly up on the hill, and we're going to do arable crops down here this year, and then next year we'll probably end up doing grass down in these fields because they're well suited for it. This one here in particular is like, well, I don't know, actually it's kind of like we got both arguments for it, really. It seems well suited for both both the grass and the crops, but I'm thinking that we'll probably end up putting grass down here eventually, and we'll put crops elsewhere where we can make even bigger fields. This one here on our left, that one, well, crops. But anyway, it's all going to be crops this year. I was thinking maybe the one right next to the other one, the 60 and 64, that one just goes up through there. We might do that one as grass this year, but no, I think we'll... we want to get crops in the ground. We want as many crops as we can get, so for that reason, that's why I'm sort of thinking along these lines. I need to unhitch the plow because I will be needing to tow the trailers around in a minute. So let's drop that one off down there. And then if I hitch this one on, we could actually take this over to the BGA and get that unloaded, because we've got 40,000 litres of slurry in it, so that's a bit more that will process through the BGA. And we could be at a position where we'd be able to get more cows. What are the cows? Like, first of all, let's have a look in here. So we've got heifers there, the reproduction is on 40%, and those reproduction is also on 40%. So it's going to be a little bit, but they could reproduce. That will give us a few more cows. And we've got 1,000 milk, we got 94,000 slurry. So we are, we're producing stuff out of here. We're already making money out of the cows through the slurry and so on that sells to the into the plant. And then the digestate will turn into fertilizer, and we'll be able to use that on the fields as well as sell it. So we can farm everything organically in this place. I really like that idea. But more cows. I'm actually thinking that more cows might not be a bad idea. We have got the Holstein at the moment. I don't want the Aberdeen Angus. I don't want to do that. The bulls are the protectors of your cow herd. It doesn't look like they've set it up here that you have to have a bull in order to be able to have breeding happening, but that's what we're going to do. One thing I don't like is that they do have the horns, and I'm pretty sure the same rules apply in Ireland as they do here in the UK. All cows must be dehorned unless they are a rare breed such as the British Longhorn or the Highland cow, which have a special dispensation. All cows must have their horns removed, and this is for two reasons. One, you see this feed barrier that we've got right here. This is a typical feed barrier for any farm. And the cows, they tilt their heads slightly sideways. It's at an angle rather than straight up and down for a reason. It's much easier for the cows to get their head through those bars so that they can then have the food. But a cow with horns, they can get their horns stuck in these barriers. They're not always, but they can. It can cause problems. More often, though, cows with horns in an enclosure like this, they can end up hurting each other. So unless there's a very good reason, like Longhorn and Highland cows, they have quite long horns on them. They've got quite big horns on them. They don't generally... They're a very, very docile breeds. So them hurting each other is quite rare. But it does still happen, and these cows, there's no reason for them to have the horns on, so it's a welfare thing. Remove the horns, the cows can't hurt each other, and they can get quite bad nasty wounds from them, which is why the horns were legislated against. You have to remove them as calves, and what you do is you give them a shot of anesthetic in the head. It goes in just above the eye socket. That numbs the whole area up there, and then you use a blow lamp on a iron that is basically in a circle, and you burn out the bud of the horn. And a calf isn't born with horns, obviously, and the bud is burned out. It's painless, and then it's bound afterwards, and it takes a few days to completely heal up, and then that bud has been removed, and the cow doesn't grow a horn. So it's a painless way. You do it under anesthetic, and it's yeah, and then the cows, you don't have this issue with them, okay? And I've worked with cattle for a long time. I've done the dehorning. It's a time-consuming process, but it's not a It's a painless approach because of the anesthetic that is used. So, yeah, the horns being depicted on these, it's not something that you would have. And it's the same with the bull right here. You wouldn't have the horns on that one. I am going to buy one, though. I am going to buy a bull right here. We'll only buy one. Just one for the herd would be enough, I should think. And, I mean, yes, I am planning to get loads and loads of cows, so one bull would not be enough, but that's all we're going to do. So we're going to buy one bull there. He's 12 months old, 800. It's actually 865 because we've got a delivery cost. There we go. So he's been added into the pen. I wonder if he is actually depicted in here or not. Do we get to actually see him? There he is. He's at the... There. Look. There's our bull at the back. Here he is. That's the bull right there. Fantastic. Look at those horns. And he's just disemboweled one of his ladies. Yes, this is why we should dehorn them, because otherwise they disembowel each other, which is not really what you want. Right. Moving swiftly on, so we can get some heifers right here. Heifers are 12 months old. We could go with the 22-month-old ones here. These are $2,000 a piece. The heifers are 1,100. I'm thinking that we'll actually go for a few full-grown cows on here, so we will do that. I don't want to get 60, that's 100,000, plus we do not have anything like the food available to support that many. We will just buy 10. There we go. We now have 10. So we got 26 animals because we went and bought the bull. He's in there as well, look at him. Big old brute in the back there. He looks a handsome fella, doesn't he? And I just seen the hired help say that we have given up for the day. Why have you given up? You have given up because you have run out of this little bit of field up here to do. So I'll get him set up on the next bit of field. He is ploughing the next bit of field. I am going to whiz on round here and collect some more manure from here. We do have a nice big manure pile here. It does take 4 million litres in total, so we're not going to have to worry about running out of space there. It's not like we have to tip it out every day. The slurry does have a bit less in the way of space available, but it's still going to be absolutely tickety-boo. There won't be any problems there. Let's bring you up here like this. And I got the trailer on at the moment. Trailer's what I mean is I got the trailer highlighted. So we do that, and then I switch it to there, and the slurry can overload as well. There's nothing else that I need to do there. There's nothing else that I need to do over here. The cows have got food. I need to change this pen a little bit, or we need to get them a new pen, because they can have 133,000 litres of food, but I got the feeling that they're going to get through it pretty quickly once the numbers build up in that pen. We'll have to wait and see. There's nothing else that I want to do today, is there? I don't think so. Here, milk. And 19,000 litres of milk there. Everything is distributing as it should. We are now out of space for our French fries. How much have we got left in the way of premium potatoes? Okay, we've got a few premium potatoes. You know what? If we have a look here, the starch is actually max value 8,000, current value 8,100. That is up at the BallySpring Inn. I'm not going to worry about that. What I am going to do, because I wasn't worrying too much about selling the starch anyway, because that is... Oh, that's the value of everything that we've got. Maximum price right now is 672. It does go up to 682. So, yeah, I'm really not going to worry about that. I'm going to go over here, manually pick up a couple of these pallets just to allow a little bit of those French fries to spawn out, and then they should be able to carry on producing. So I'll pick that one up there, and that can go down there, and we'll do the same with this one. And we'll run these two pallets over here. and drop them on the sell everything. That is 666. And I'll do that again for another 666. And then we got 2 pallets of French fries have now spawned out, which has given us a little tiny bit of room for some more French fries to process. And I've only got 958 premium potatoes left, so that is about it for that. And there isn't anything else that we can do anything with over here. The only other thing that we can do is I can load now this, he says. Right. How do I load the digestate out of there? Let me have a look. Not in there. In here. Right. That one's working. I got slurry in there, and then I got manure in here, and I got digestate. 83,000 litres. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Right, the tanker that we've got, you go into animals in here, and it's this one right here. You've got a choice of what you load it with. So we got load capacity middle, load capacity big, which I think is actually the one that we got. It's 25,000 litres. And then we've got engine setup. Wait, what? Okay, it's not that one. That's the one that we've got. Oh, we're leasing it. Right. This one? No, that one just takes everything. So what was it that I was... Maybe it's in this one. I know what it was. It was this one here, which is not from this series. I was looking at this one. You got fertilizer and herbicide, right? Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.